Yes, I. Lion, we a new segment with Lion Eye View TV with my brother Alex.
Enough respect, Rasta.
Yes, love,
yes,
you know.
Man.
Lion Eye View TV. This is the Lion Eye View TV. Anytime you see me, I'm always bridging that gap you see. From Corozal to PG, Addis Ababa to Belize City. Always in some kind of industry. Always a helping up who used to be free. Always hitting up His Majesty. But on no Empress Menin is the key. I feel balance every energy. Come to set the pace and set the people free. Give thanks to the ancestors. I share to all our higher predecessors who paved the way and helped to make it so much better. In this time so I and I could come and be her steppers and do the rights and break the chains and bust where all the fetters. Big up to Philip Wilson and Antonio Soberanes. A couple of we heroes when I get them proper homage. Big up to Major Roberts and Miss Gwen Lizaraga. A couple of we heroes will help make you through the saga. I share to Carl Hushna, he's Belize's greatest doctor. Another our hero got to mention in the factor. Henry Fairweather and Murphy VNC. Big up, blessed love and blessed be. Big up to Mr. Peters and Miss Leela Vernon. A couple of we legends when we come to bless the sermon. Big up to Andy P and Mr. Paul Namor. And here's to all we heroes as we know them anymore. Lion Eye View TV. This is the Zion Eye View TV. Every time you see me, I'm always bridging that gap you see. From Corozal to PG, Addis Ababa to Belize City. Always in some kind of industry. Always a helping up the used to be free. Lion Eye TV with your host, Seraphim L. This is the Zion Eye View you see. Bridging the gap from Belize to Africa, Africa to Belize. Land of the gods with the cool breeze. Peace. That your art to represent. Lion Eye View TV with your host, Seraphim L. This is the I, Rasta Art, to represent.
Lion Eye View TV.
Mile 41.
Representing for Face It Production.
Lion Eye View TV. Rastafari.
Yes, sir.
Phone that pass silent.
Yes,
Lion
I. Lion, we a new segment with Lion Eye View TV with my brother Alex.
Enough respect, Rasta.
Yes, love,
yes,
you know.
Man.
So everything blessed and irie.
All the time.
Yes, I love the work what you do, you know. This body also do some poetry, furniture. So, you know, what's the name of your business?
Chairman's Custom Upholstery.
Chairman Customers Upholstery.
Yeah, the concept behind it is because I had a lot of friends that always used to save my number in their phone, and when they try to reach me back, and like, oh, I got so much Alex in the phone, so I don't know which Alex feeling. So I always tell them, just put me down under the man with fixed chair. So that was part of the idea of chairman, the man with fixed chair derived from.
Ah.
You know, so either the chairman.
So you have a concept behind the whole.
Yes, I.
So how long you been doing this?
Well, Rasta had a fixed chair for the past 20, 24, 25 years now.
A lot of years.
Yes, man.
Yeah. So how you learn?
Well, like anybody else, start from the ground, never know nothing about upholstery. Carter's was one of the first people, eh? Big up Carter's Custom Upholstery, Mr. Darrell Carter. He was one of the first persons that took me in under his wings, mentored me, and basically trained me for this position. You know, he has always said to me, say, you need to be that good in upholstery that if you take you and drop you in any way in the world, you'll be able to open your own upholstery shop.
Great.
Yes, man.
So he was a good teacher.
Excellent teacher.
And how long he been doing that?
Myself or Mr. Carter?
Mr. Carter.
Oh, as far as I'm concerned, I think Mr. Carter has been doing that from since I was born. So that like from the 1980s, 81 wrong there.
Where did he have his shop?
At the time when I used to work for Carter's, primarily he was at the corner of Dolphin and Iguana.
All right.
You know, so and after a while he moved up down Cemetery. You know, so
he's still around?
Still around, still doing his thing.
So he must be very proud of the eye.
Oh yes, man. Every so often he and I buck heads and talk, look out for one another. When I need help, I run to him, and when he needs help, he runs to me.
Yes,
So,
sir.
matter of fact, he always shoot me one little inspirational every now and then.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
bless. Well, Seraphim, we're located Corner Vernon and Magazine, right next to the football field, you know.
All right.
Phone number 625-7760. A well versatile business. We do a little bit of everything.
All right.
You know, well, primary, when you hear upholstery, first thing you think about the sofa.
That's right.
And, well, you know the name, Chairman's Upholstery. We fix chair, all chair, dining chair, vehicle seat,
Yes, sir.
ceiling for vehicle, sofa set.
Yes, sir.
We do both cushion, both canopy.
Yes, sir.
We even do, we even have one car wash going, you know.
That's right.
There is nothing that comes to us that we turn away. We try our best to get everything done.
Yes, sir.
If once a man build it, we could fix it.
Yes, sir.
You know, for covering for wheel, for the covering that go over the back of your truck. As a matter of fact, right now where we are, Seraphim,
We're inside of a
we're
bus.
inside of a bus that is the production of Chairman's Custom Upholstery.
Look
And if
beautiful
you
too,
notice, even the TV get installed.
man. Yes, sir.
This bus presently is running by itself. It's not plugged into anything. The power is running through the battery, and it goes through an inverter, and then the inverter then powers up the lights we're seeing at the ceiling. The inverter also powers the TV. It have a sound system installed as well. And of course, the upholstery work done by Chairman's Custom Upholstery. Curtains, lights, everything. Chairman Upholstery, you know. We take it to a different level just so that we could show the public that we could do anything, you know. If they're out there and you say, all America, everywhere, everybody just do anything. And sometimes people are saying, boy, I wonder if we could do something like that. That believes, man, look here, we are the best.
Yes, sir.
We're in this for 24 years, going on to 25 years so far. And at the end of the day, we're not shy away. We're not shy away for nothing. Any job come our way,
Yes, sir.
and make it happen. Now if we can't make it happen, we'll find our way and we'll learn to make it happen.
You do a lot of work on boats too, I realize.
Yes.
Yeah.
The boating industry primarily came to me through a friend of mine, Andy. And Andy saw the work that I did on his vehicle seats, and he started recommended me to the boating industry. And that took off. That took off from there. And from ever since, keeping the quality, that is what people want. As long as you keep that quality, people will keep coming back. And you know, sometimes we go out our way and try to make sure that the customers happy, same way too.
Yes, sir.
Also, aside from all of that, Rasta, we just want big up the point that Chairman Upholstery open Monday to Friday. We close on the Sabbath because we consider that to be a holy day.
Yes, sir.
So we take that day off, recuperate, you know, give that day back to Jah.
Yes, sir.
And then Sunday, well, the workers have their Sunday for their family, you know,
Yes,
and
sir.
then we start fresh again Monday. Most businesses work like 8 to 5. We work 8 to 6, whereby we crunch that 45 hours within the 5-day span as opposed to a 6-day span.
Yes, sir.
And that way you get one extra day for yourself.
Natural.
You know. But Chairman's Upholstery is about looking out for the youths.
I
And
understand.
if you notice,
I see you have a couple youths that working with you. They take them from school.
right.
And you try. Some of them come from school to do like a training program, right?
Yes, and we have high schools, many high schools like Gwenizaraga and EPR, Mad Williams. All these schools, they send their students to do on-the-job training, whereby they could get a first-hand experience of what the work field is.
Yes, sir.
And we open up our doors and we welcome them, you know. And what Chairman of Custom Upholstery trying to do is not just give them a grade, but at the end of the day, give them an incentive based on the way that they perform.
Yes, sir.
You get a good grade, you get a good pay.
Yes, sir. I understand that you have one of the students working with you for a while now. You full time.
Andre?
Andre.
Yeah, Andre used to attend Canaan High School, And that youth has been around me for quite some time. As a matter of fact, from since a boy growing up,
All right.
right underneath my wings growing, you know. I have my 2 sons with me, you know.
You have another youth from Stella Maris.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that's my son right there. And, you know, everybody have their own talent and everybody have their own gift. I myself as a leader, one of my job is to know, to have the spirit of discernment, to know who plays the best position.
Yes, sir.
So if you know you got a man who can't run, you can't put him for be point guard.
Yes, sir.
If you got a man who shot, you can't put him for be center.
You have to present and represent the order of the job.
Right away, you know. So like the other day, I'm in the vibes with our sister and like what I'm going to tell the sister, you know. In the old days, if you notice, the tribe of Israel had 12 different tribes. The Levites, where they minister to the temple. You had the singers, you had the builders,
Yes, sir.
you know, you had the farmers. And my personal opinion, and bear in mind, like what I'm saying, it's my personal opinion. Many times, even in our society, we try to segregate the youths and say, if you try to give a test for all animals based on who can climb a tree, the fish will never win. The monkey will always win.
Yes, sir.
So you can't just take the youths and put all of them in a one barrel and expect all of them to perform the same.
Yeah.
One youth perform different from a different youth.
They have
you know?
different skill and
Yes,
different
I.
things that they love to
So
do.
we as the leaders and even speaking to the leaders of our society have to understand that there's a difference in each and every individual. That not everybody come to be doctor, lawyer, policeman, and soldier.
True indeed.
Some man come out here to be farmer, some man come out here to be upholsterer, some man come out here to be musician. You know?
Yes,
so
sir.
everybody have
their
their
role.
own role to play in this thing to make we forward out.
Yes, sir. So some of your workers, they know how to build from scratch the furniture, the framework to the cushion or the sponge to the material. They sew different things, as you can see.
Yes, Chairman's Custom, and hence the reason custom is in the name. Because I may be just Chairman Upholstery, but we customize your sofa set, we customize anything to your liking. So we build from scratch. So, you know, we purchase lumber, cut that up. You bring a photo to us, we'll take that photo and we'll bring it into reality for you. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
we have our Facebook page, Chairman's Custom Upholstery. Check us out on Facebook. Like the page if you like it. I always tell people that, you know,
Yes,
because
sir.
we know to tell you like it, right? So, but check it out. And if you like, say what you say, put one like there.
Yes, sir.
You know, because you are say true raw Belizean talent. You know, this country full up a lot of talent.
Yes, sir.
Hence one of the reasons, big up
Seraphim,
Rasta
yeah.
Seraphim, because you know bring one different liberty where part showcase Belizean talent.
Yes, sir.
and I love it, Rasta.
Yes, sir.
Face It Production,
Yes,
Lion
sir.
Eye View TV. Yes,
You hear it from Alec.
Alexander Gabourel, Chairman's Custom Upholstery. Yes, aye.
So you're getting it direct. You know, this is something that we need to learn. You know, that we have to have people in our midst or in our circle to encourage us and encourage the youths so they can find different ways and avenues to bring out the best out of them. You know, because we all have talent. So sometimes
right.
the youth don't know how to really direct himself. So by coming there, working there, he could shape and sharpen his skill. And
Righteous.
hopefully down the line try to create his own employment. You know?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, Seraphim, because I've had past employees come and work for me, and like myself, I worked for Carter's for like 14 years. After 14 years, I, you know, gone on a walkabout, so to speak, gone through my trials, my tribulations, and then finally opening up my own business. That wasn't the plan, but that was God's plan.
Okay.
Nonetheless, I have a lot of youths coming to me without talent, without skill. You know, put one hammer in their hand, tell them rip out one chair, tell them help shoot this up, and eventually these youths find what they like.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes you could look at a man and see the talent within a man, and you could say, all right, boy, this man is the good part.
Yeah,
Building.
make
Why
progress
this man?
in that.
Yeah. So you based on what a man does, you can see the fruits of his labor.
True.
You know, and that's how we start out for the business. And I do my best to have every one of my workmen try their hand on everything. So
Yes, I.
90% of my workers are versatile. Each can build, each can cut, each can sew, and each can cover.
So they can build a furniture from scratch all the way up.
Ground up, Rasta. Every single person in the workshop
Enough respect.
fulfill the
Respect.
position of another person. If one person falls sick,
Yeah.
the next person is there to fill in.
Respect.
And always look out for the other person.
Respect.
You know. After these guys came in and they did that, they learned. They stepped out there and they're doing their own thing now, just as myself.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's what it's all about. And I always tell my workman, we're not the real no soldier.
Yes,
we're the
sir.
real pure generals.
Yeah.
Alone generals in the house.
Well, I could see that I have the ambition, but I want to know more about your roots, your parents. How did they instill that kind of drive in that life to motivate you to the time where you are at right now?
Well, Rasta, once I was say, I had a very loving mother.
That's
Mr.
right.
Ava Manuel. That woman would give away her last to make sure that anybody will call wrong, she happy.
Yes, I.
She the cook one meal and you show up the yard, you want eat. Guarantee, no if but nor maybe. But at the same time I had a stepfather, very strict man, and that man taught me a lot. Mr. Feliciano Benavides, that man, he took me on jobs, he had me cutting yards, he did masonry, he did carpentry, he did electrical, he did mechanic, and everything that he did, he had us right there with him and we had to work.
But I noticed you do a little bit of mechanic too.
Yes, man, I do my one thing. I take out my engine, I service it up, I put that back in, that's how I go. And
Yeah, enough respect.
90% of the time, the mechanics out here, they guess this thing.
Yes,
And I
I.
not tell you that I'm no professional mechanic, but hey, I get on YouTube, check my thing, reference back,
Yes, I.
I get back down to ground zero. So, enough attributes to my stepfather because he instilled a lot of discipline in me.
True.
As a boy growing up, grew up in the village, hold a machete in your hand every morning, chop. You know, not like the youths today, you tell them, go wash up. They say, that's the hard work.
Yeah.
No, Rasta, if we days, we did chop from sun up to sundown. You
Yes,
know,
I-
take a little time for lunch and move on.
Well, these are the things that motivate you, right? These are the things that motivate you to make you become the person you are right now.
Yes,
so
man.
we need to realize that you have to start from somewhere so you can groom yourself and have an aim, have a dream, have a vision, so you can encourage yourself to become a better person as you grow older. You see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we have to give thanks for the elders and those that paved the way for us before. You see?
Real talk, Rasta.
So now, what message do you have for the youths that want to really venture into certain things?
By Rastaman Bedouin, I want to tell the real, a very strong question that you asked me, because when you ask a question like that, I really have to search within oneself, soul searching to answer that question. And I just want to say something and have the youths astray, because now you put me in a position of a real leader.
Yes, I.
So with that, Rasta, I would say to any youth, to my sons, to my daughters, and to the sons and daughters that are not of my lineage, I would say to them, you can do anything that you set your mind to. Scripture say, it say faith without work is dead.
Yes, I.
But then it also say, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain.
Seeing.
You know? So when you believe in oneself and believe in the Most High, trust in the Most High, remember I say, anything you want, ask and it shall be given unto you.
Yes,
but
sir.
believing that you have already received it and giving thanks
True.
for this thing. So, one, trusting in the Most High. Two, perseverance. Never give up.
Yes, I.
Any dream where you dream, you can make it a reality.
True indeed.
That's my opinion to the youths.
Well, I realize that you're very caring and you're sharing because that comes from your family.
Yes, ma'am.
So that makes a big impact on the youth coming to work with you because they need to understand the love that they have to have for themselves, for them to learn something.
Yeah.
You see? So, you know, all I'm saying is that we have a lot of younger generation nowadays and sometimes they're searching. So coming to you, coming to the eye for a little counseling or learning something, they need to have a love for what them to do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You know.
Well, brother, I want to tell you real. There are many times I want to open my doors to a lot of people. And there are many times whereby sometimes people want one means to an end as opposed to one job.
But they don't want to learn the skill.
Yeah, I mean, people would have come and they would have want to drop one leave money in their hands so that, like, one of my motivational quotes is, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day.
Yes, yes.
Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for life.
Yes, right.
See, and many of the youths out here today, they lost in their own ways because society just bent for just bring them down. You dig?
Hold
So
them down.
the youths are not there out here to learn something when we carry their hand. See, for young, and I watch the system, for young, the system set way up and tell me, oh, see a paper here, go beg for walkathon. Oh, see a thing here, go beg for this. Chicken and treat time, go beg. And society put for we youths in our position where for we youths believe that it's okay to beg.
Yeah,
And the reality about it, if you need help, ask for help.
yes, I.
But bedroom for you there every day to do the same thing over and over, you're not to be productive.
Yeah.
Even if you come and you want something for somebody, render your service, cross your bread upon the waters, and it shall return to you in many tide.
Yes, I.
You know, that not all the time you are going to knock on the same door and that door won't open all the time. So sometimes what the youths need to do, they have that level of ambition. I remember when I started out and my first week of work, Hurricane Mitch made a touchdown. And this was the first week of work. Now when I think about it, I'm like, man, I just start work, Hurricane the call. How is this possible?
Right.
The boss man looked at me and asked me if I need one paycheck. I was a bit foolish then and I tell the man, no man, I good. But saying all of that to say, it's not just about making a paycheck. It's about learning and uplifting yourself.
True, true.
You know, as a matter of fact, Seraphim, myself right now as a businessman, I am in First Farm at Gwenlezaraga Evening Division as I speak to you.
So you go to school in the
I'm
night?
going back to school right now, sir, getting my farm diploma. My personal opinion is that education goes to a point whereby, you know, you need to learn to read, you need to write, you need to know your basic mathematics and what's not.
Yes, yes.
But the reality, the true education out there, the education of love and real skill. You know, if you get out there and say, go plant something and reap where you plant, know the moon when you plant, you know, get down, grind, find one way to make paper.
Yes,
That
sir.
is the true education.
Yes, sir.
But within our society, we're part with the movie in a computer world and, you know, so we have to get with the time.
We need to balance.
And that, balance out everything same way too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you think you would expand your business in different location, or it's too much to deal with that right now?
Wishful thinking.
Because you have youth, so if they maybe like say, I'm not saying they want to carry on, but say, all right, somebody wants something done from Corazal or PG and in places there, and they really like to support you. I know they will come and get their product, but suppose business is happening over there where they would say, man, I would really love your service down there to serve our community.
Well, Seraphim, Chairman's Custom Upholstery is a countrywide upholstery business.
All right.
We do furnitures for people in San Pedro,
Okay.
Kikaka,
All right.
Placencia,
Good.
Stan Creek, Orange Walk, Belmopan, Cayo, there is no reaches to the ends of this country that we have not touched. We're there all out of Key Chapel, we're there everywhere. As a matter of fact, you go on Google and you type in upholstery. Yeah, so thinking about expansion, it's not so much a necessity. Our arms are far reaching throughout all aspects of the country.
Because they will come no matter how far they are.
I got one whole saying where I tell one friend of mine, because before I am where I am right now, I used to be on Tibru Street. And so a friend of mine tell me, he said, why you say you're going way in the hole? And I tell her, I say, if you take rice and you throw rice on the street, guarantee bird will find it.
See.
You know, so the concept is once you do good work, the word will get out and people will find you no matter where you're there.
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant, you sell good food, people will come.
True,
You know.
indeed.
So, bedroom for say expansion, we'll have to have some strong-bodied mind to really step into it to say do an expansion. But there are different avenues in upholstery and different companies throughout this country. As a matter of fact, Belize City itself has basically like 6 different upholstery shops. Each upholstery shop have its own diversity in terms of quality and the way a furniture is made.
Style.
Yes, so I could look at, let's say a customer bring a furniture to me, automatically I could look at that furniture and I could say, oh, this was made in Orange Walk, or Al's Upholstery made this, or
the craftsmanship.
The craftsmanship tells who made the furniture.
Yes.
And I like to boast that I've been around 3 different upholstery shops, and on the concept of the 3 different upholstery shops, I see their mistakes and their flaws, and I also see their greatness.
Yes, sir.
So I take all the mistakes and the flaws, and those are my
You
don'ts.
apply that to your...
Those are my don'ts, and the greatness, those are my do's.
Yes, sir.
And that's what makes Chairman of Custom Upholstery great.
Good,
you know,
good,
being the
good.
best of the best.
Yes, sir. Well, I give thanks for the word song, you know, because you really put in a work, you know, because many a time you pass here, you see so much of the different style furniture that you do on the sidewalk, and it attract the eyes. Because I know a lot of people pass by in a vehicle and they're surprised to see what they have, you know.
Yeah.
And I know they come and support you, right? I know Christmas time could be one of the biggest time because people want their furniture to be repaired and everything there, you know.
Well, one of the worst thing a customer can hear from us is that we are not taking in any more furniture. But the reality about it, one stove only could cook so much food at a time.
Seen.
You know, and I can't burn out the candle for the youths then, because the youths they need their rest. I need my rest in way too.
Yes.
You know, so we try balance out everything. Like for instance, like recliners and stuff like that. We don't do that between September to December. Vehicle seats, we try put one slow down on it as well. So we try to focus mainly on sofa sets during September, because the Christmas season for us, for upholsterers, is between September to December. That's the time where we call the peak of the season.
Yes, sir.
You know, then when January comes, then we can start to take in back recliners and different things like that. When you see Easter coming around, that is for boating, because everybody wants to get ready. They want to hit the waters. They're out there in the sun.
Yes, sir.
So each thing have a one season, you know. And I will say as well that we have a slow season.
I was just going to touch on that. I
Yeah.
know you have a high and low.
Right. Our slowest season is normally between July to July and August, going into September. The main reason for this is because everybody is getting ready to go back to school, basically.
Yes, sir.
You know, even right now, we are just coming out of an era where we had Hurricane Lisa did some drastic damages to our country, and even in the upholstery world, we are seeing the effects of that, whereby instead of fixing your sofa, you know, you need to fix the roof, you need to fix the fence.
Yes, yes.
You know, so dealing with priorities first. You
More
want
important.
comfort, but you need security first. So all of that understandable, but it brings a different change to what is happening within the industry as well.
Natural.
Yes, man.
Well, I really appreciate this interview with the brother Alex, you know, and just keep up the great work, because I know you make an impact on people, not just to look on the furniture, but on the youth that you have, that you employed, you know, and, you know, hopefully they can grow and take it on to another level, you see.
Yes, man.
So I really appreciate, you know, enough respect and honor to your business and more success in all aspects.
Lion Eye View TV. This is the Zion Eye View TV. Anytime you see me, I'm always bridging that gap you see. From Pro's to PG, Addis Ababa to release it.